Hi, and we're live. I'm Bradley Chapman from founder of the Diamond Experience, the As You Can Inspire to Achieve. And just before I close up on my Saturday afternoon, it's now 5:15. I'm just coming online to talk about business twinning and bringing global business directors closer together. And the world is smaller than we think. Now, I've tagged in a couple of people that I've been working with over the last few months, some connections that I've made. Hi, Mick, thanks for joining. Hi, Jadine, thanks for dropping by. So this afternoon, I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about directors. Hi, Tracy, thanks for joining. About directors in the UK and in the US and overseas. And actually, as directors and owners of companies, we live in our world of our businesses and our immediate clients, and we look after our staff and our businesses. And we're so intensely ingrained in building our businesses that at times we can forget as CEOs and business owners to take a head above and look out of the pulpit and to see, what's happening in the world. And I know this from my own experience previously when I've had my businesses just get so ingrained every day into what we're doing that sometimes we don't actually realize or know that there's a bigger business community out there that we could learn and grow from. Sean Maroney's just popped on from Missouri. So the purpose of this live today really is to hopefully open your mind up as business owners and as directors to a world of possibilities. So I want you to think about your business, and I hear my brother Sean, bless you, Angel. I want you to think about your businesses, and I want you to think about this. Could there be a greater connectivity for you around the world within your business? Could you learn from other directors in other countries? Could you share your resources with other directors and founders of businesses around the world? Could you grow? Could you develop? Could you learn more? Could you realize that actually the world is a much smaller place than we think it is? Now, I believe that's the case, and I know that's the case, and I'm going to explain something to you, and I hope it helps you to grow. There's no sales pitch for me today as a business coach or picking up business. It's about giving information and some thought-provoking ideas and emotions for you to consider in your business. And then if it resonates, start reaching out, start connecting. Mick Bailey jumped online. Now, Mick owns a business in Whittam. He's in photocopying and print. He's just moved into IT. Jodine Bergstrom, I'm not sure about everything about your business, Jodine, but I know that you're a speaker and very inspiring personality. Tracy Barker, I don't know exactly what you do, so please do, jump on and let me know. Sean Maroney's online from Missouri, St. Louis, in the United States. Now, Sean owns Teens of America, soon to be Teens of the World, and he owns another brand which is called the Obesity Revolution. And Ruth Beenham's just joined. Ruth has got a company called Picture Proud. She's based in Essex, and she makes the most amazing keepsake boxes that you can brand for your children. In fact, I was one of Ruth's first customers when she started her business. Now, Rita Mohan's just joined as well. Hello, how you doing? So as directors and business founders and owners, we're so ingrained within our businesses. We're so, engulfed in what we do day to day that we take very little time away from the day-to-day stress of running our business and building our empire to think that actually there could be somebody overseas that I could connect with that could help me to grow what I call my skill, knowledge and attitude. And, I've learned over the last few months. Hi, Gary Hall. Thanks for dropping in. I've learned over the last few months, and I've done this since a youngster because I've traded internationally, but over the last few months on Facebook and social media, I'm talking now to people in the States, in India, in Canada, in France and Sweden. And we don't necessarily, some of these people, we don't do business together, but we learn together, we talk together. Vivek Jarega just joined on. He's from India. Vivek's a really fantastic social media whiz. He is all over everything, like a motivated, is what I'm calling the son of India. Hi, Vivek, how you doing? So look, as a global business leader, your business might be the UK, might be the US, but what can we learn together? How can we move forward? What can we share? I would urge you to connect with the people that's on the list right now. And if you're on the list and you're watching right now, please make a comment, introduce yourself. Don't be afraid. This is stage one. How do you know where your business is going to go unless you reach out? Now, I can see that you're viewing on my Facebook column. I know you're there. But introduce yourself to the other people that's watching. Introduce yourself and say, hi, my name is George Villa. This is what I do. This is my business. I'm happy to connect. Say, hi, I'm Gary Hall. This is what I do. Would love to connect with you. Vivek, introduce yourself as you've done just now. Sean Mulrooney straight away he said, hi, my brother, how you doing? So introduce yourself, start connecting, start thinking about the world being a small place, because you don't know where your business is going to go. You don't know who you're going to meet. A few months ago, I didn't know I'd bump into somebody like Jesse Kay, the founder of 20 Under 20s in New Jersey, New York, and he'd introduced me to Sean Mulrooney, the founder of Teens of America. That then I'd meet someone that Vivek introduced me to, called Supreet Aurora, otherwise known as Sherry, an amazing guy that runs a Facebook page with 50,000 members. That I'd meet somebody called Jan Moore, who is the people steer based in Colorado. That I'd be introduced to somebody called Greg Carroll in New York, who's called the Gifted Storytelling, is a school principal. I'd meet the amazing Scott Reagan, who owns EG Media, via Sean Mulrooney. And I actually met him in London last week for a sit-down breakfast because he's in the UK. Or being introduced to another one of Sean's friends, which is Tim Burt, former CBS radio advertising executive. So introduce yourself on Facebook, outline what you do. Don't ask for anything. Don't pitch your business too heavy. Just pitch who you are. Introduce yourself. Connect with people and talk to these people, because I promise you, as a global community of business leaders and entrepreneurs, there are greater things happening than what we're doing in our business right now. There is a greater responsibility we have as entrepreneurs and thought leaders to be able to unite and share with other people around the world what we're doing in our business. And I promise you, you'll learn from it, you'll expand. And what it will do, it'll open up a whole new world of possibilities for you and your business, and where you want to take it and where you want to go. I promise you, I've never been afraid, to reach out and say hi. In fact, I've tagged a few people in this post, and as far as tagging etiquette goes, if I offend you, I've tagged you into a post, and just send me a message, Bradley, please don't tag me in. But what I'm trying to do is trying to connect people and bring people together so that they feel comfortable to reach out. And as Vivek's just saying, globalization era, it's 100% true. We have to consider coming together. I was talking with Sean Mulrooney last night. I think it was about 2 a.m, right, Sean? And Sean's saying to me, he's in my room, Brad, shouldn't you be in bed now? Shouldn't be going to sleep? We talked a little bit about strategy and business and shared ideas with each other. And then we were just telling stories to the children to help them sleep about Peppa Pig. And, we built a really great friendship. And I love that about the world, that if you do take the time to reach out and connect with people, it doesn't matter where they are, and just take a little bit of time to get to know them. Some amazing things are going to happen to your world, to your mind, to the way that you think and the way that you act, and ultimately then what you do inside your business. It's my belief, absolutely, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I've been reading up very much about purpose-led businesses, and I'll show you something I was reading on holiday. Just bear with me, I'll show you. There's this book which is a book by a guy called by Kevin Murray, and it's called People with Purpose. You can see that, right? So it's called People with Purpose. It's by Kevin Murray. Now, in this book, People with Purpose, it talks about the need for change, for businesses having to have a purpose, the way that they lead and manage their teams. It talks about having a vision within your business and sharing that vision with your staff, because employee engagement right now, some of our workforces are so disengaged at work that their work rate and their work output is down. In the UK, we're 15% some of the work output amongst employees than other European countries. So I believe that purpose-led business is an amazing thing, which brings me on to business twinning. So I've been speaking to Sean Mulrooney in the States about Teens of America, Teens of the World, the BC Revolution, and Tim Burt, who owns Tim Burt Media, as I say, former CBS radio executive, an amazing guy, Scott Reagan, who owns EG Media, all part of Sean's team, actually. and we're talking about twinning businesses together. And in the UK, if you're watching from the UK, you know, we drive along, we see, you know, we see signs that say, you know, twinned with Engelberten in Germany. So I had this thing, I think, well, why don't we twin businesses between the UK and the US and even India and whatever country you're joining for? Why don't we have business twinning? So we've been talking with Sean Maroney and the amazing Scott Reagan, who's a fantastic marketing guru, and Tim Burt. And we're going to look now to do a twin between the UK, Essex, London, and St. Louis in the States, Missouri, USA. Now, you know, each of us have got different businesses and some of us are in the same businesses. Now, for me, it doesn't bother me whether, you know, 10 or 15 business coaches will sit around the table. I'm unique. Other business coaches are unique. Let's just see if we've got any other business coaches to give an example that's watching. Hi, Andy Cook. Thanks for joining in. Martin Jones has joined. Tim Burt's just joined us. There's Tim Burt. He's just joined us. So Tim's a former CBS radio advertising executive, an amazing guy. Tim, please do introduce yourself and share yourself, share your information. So between what's happening now and this idea we've got, it's just going to be the start. We're now looking to twin businesses between here and St. Louis. St. Louis in the States, Missouri, St. Louis. I got that right way around. Is it Missouri, St. Louis, USA? And we're going to connect up with St. Louis as a business center and try and give the UK's point of view, India's point of view, and America's point of view. We're going to twin with business in St. Louis to see if we can bring together. Now, if you're interested to open your mind, tag yourself in the post, speak up. I think Reese Llewellyn-Davis was watching a little while ago. He's an amazing mindset, champions of minds business he runs, and his brother Llewellyn, two amazing guys. Has got a really great story that's been through extreme hardship to achieve their success. I love watching their videos. They're business coaches and mindset coaches. But when you come together as a team of people and you start to look at the opportunity that's out there in the world, I think it's quite amazing, it's quite calming, and it's quite enlightening. I'm quite a spiritual man, and as I'm sitting here talking and I'm saying, you know, business twinning, let's look at business twinning, finding a center that you can, you know, communicate and network and join. I got the tingles going down, you know, down the back of my neck here because I'm so excited as to what can happen. So think about your business. Hi, Tracy Barker. Hi, Kenneth Tam. Thanks for dropping in. Please do leave a comment. Leave a comment in the box and introduce yourself. Mindy Hart has just joined. Mindy is another awesome lady that's been working with Sean Maroney in America. Thank you for coming on, Mindy. I really appreciate it. Tim, I'd love to do another video with you and broadcast with you. Mindy would love to do a broadcast with you as well. I really want to get this business twinning idea going, and lots of you can get behind it. You know, in the UK, we've got a perspective on business. I love talking to Sean late at night. We're always calling late at night, right, Sean? And Sean's on the other side of the pond. He's across the pond, but I'm going to see Sean. I'm going to be booking a flight to go and see him. Hopefully, I'll be there in April of next year. And we've got some plans to really, you know, grow business, and we're sharing our resources together. Sean helps me, I help him. We don't exchange any money. There's no money. We've never even asked each other for any money. It's not about that. It's about how we can help each other grow, how we can help each other connect. And actually, you know, to have met Sean, yes, sir, Sean saying, Dave Embodies joined. Dave's online. Dave Embody is one of the founders of BU Heroes, and he's also a broadcaster. Is that right, Dave? You're a broadcaster on Teens of America. And I interviewed Dave Embody as well. Amazing guy, family man. And I think, well, Dave, whereabouts you based, Dave? I think it's in Canada, I think, isn't it, from memory? I think you're in Canada. So Sapri is now online. I think Sapri, all for Sherry's joined. Now, Sapri Aurora, better known to his friends as Sherry's, based in India. He's just brought out the most amazing book, and I had the great pleasure to interview Sapri. His book is called Unleash the Hidden Potential. Is that right, Sapri? Perhaps you can put a ping in the comment. His book's just come out. I'm going to be interviewing Sherry again next week, hopefully, to share the physical launch of his book. And many congratulations to you, Sherry. Amazing man, amazing motivational man. Sherry's got something like 50,000 members in his Facebook group, which is called Motivational Sparkles. So can you see how things are coming together? And the world's a really small place. We've got people online from America, from India, from the UK, and from Canada. So actually, thank you all for joining. The world is a very small place. You can reach out, you can connect, you can share the skills and the knowledge and the ability you've got with someone else without asking for anything in return. And the universe and the law of attraction, when you give, things come back to you. I know that from my heart. I interviewed a guy called Dr. John DeMartini, one of the contributors to the book The Secret, in 2010. And in 2010, I had a publishing business that was going really bad. I'd come off the back of a really bad, relationship breakup. I built this magazine, Raw Business, which had been read in X amount of countries around the world. I had a great pleasure to interview some amazing people, but I lost it. I didn't quite get it right. And I lost it due to the fact I didn't get my profit levels right against my cost of print and publishing the magazine. But it was a business that went international. So when you share some of the challenges we face in business, and I'm not embarrassed to say I've made my mistakes, I've also had my successes, don't get me wrong, but it's the mistakes where we learn. It's the mistakes as a business where we feel the most pain, where it hurts us the most, where we don't think we can get back up, but we do. And when you've got the support of a community, or you reach out and you're twinning with someone and you feel comfortable to share that experience or to ask for advice from that person, then, you grow as an individual. If you don't reach out and say, look, can you help me? I've got a situation. What do you think? You're never going to get or find the answer or the solution for you to move forward. Derek Barbison is all about speed and globalization. Cheers from Spain. So Spain is online. Derek, thanks for joining. Umar Hussain has joined us. Umar owns Happy Cabs private hire firm in Chelsea. He's a 28-year-old businessman, and he's a really fantastic guy. I love him a bit. We've become very close friends. He's one of my very dear friends and clients. We've known each other 15 years. So he owns a private hire taxi business. Teresa DeCo has just joined. She lives near me. She lives in Essex, and Teresa is a fabulous lady. She's overcome her own adversity. I've been ill a few years ago. She fought through. She's smiling today. We had a call today together. She's got an amazing family, and she's now looking for the next stage to protect her family and move her life forward for fulfillment. That's why she's online. So each and every one of us are looking for something in our life that's greater than our business, that's greater than what we do every single day in our grind of our life. So don't be afraid to reach out and connect. I've reached out to Missouri, United States of America, and the answer come back to me. We welcome you, Bradley. We love you, Bradley. And I love you, Missouri. I love you, Sean, Tim, and Scott. And, I'm so excited of what's going to happen in the future. So reach out to somebody you don't know. Connect with everybody that's in the link right now, that's watching the video or has watched it. There's a load of people online. Mick Bailey joined, Jodine Bergstrom, Tracy Barker, Kenneth Tam, Sean Maroney, George Villa, Ruth Beenham, Rita Mohan, Gary Hall, Vivek Jadeja. Who else we got there? Tim Burt, Martin Jones, Alpha Sherry from India, Mindy Hart, Dave Embody. So guys, thank you. Derek Barber from Spain, Hussain from the UK, and Teresa DeCo. You see, the world is a small place. But post something in the comment box. Say hi. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid. So many people that I coach, I don't know what to say. What would I say? Just say hi. My name's Bradley. I'm a business coach. I'm 47 years of age. I've been on a journey all of my life to come to the point where I am now. I've had my highs, I've had my lows in business, but the most enjoyable thing about life right now is I'm talking to you, not just on a Facebook page, not just because I've gone live. I've got shivers down the back of my head again. I'm being visited. Bernie Swan's just joined. Bernie, where you from? The world's a small place, and when I went to New York a few years ago, and I'm afraid of heights, by the way, I'm really afraid of heights. I can't climb a ladder. I'll do it. But I went up the top of the Empire State Building, and I can remember looking down on New York, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It looked like a toy town, and I wasn't afraid anymore. I still get back up a ladder, and I'm scared. Tim Burt is saying you can't do it all alone, and Tim is absolutely right. We can't do it alone. So take your business head off. Take your entrepreneur head off for a second. Take the need to want to attract clients off for a second, and then engage with people that you've never met before. Reach out to them. Be yourself. Bernie Swain is saying, enjoyed this. Bernie Swain is the founder of the Washington Speakers Bureau. Bernie, welcome from Washington. Is that Washington, D.C. or Washington on the East Coast? Just let us know. Teresa DeCo from the UK is saying, hi, Brad. So great to listen to you. You're going to make me cry. I know what this lady's been through. Had the pleasure of being coached by you. So impressed. Just 1 second. So Hussein is saying, good evening. He's from Essex. And Teresa, I love you too. I know what you went through with your family and your health. I know the darkness that you have experienced. And you came out the other side, darling. You came out the other side. So when we get to know people and we get to know human beings, doesn't matter what lives we've got, where our business is and what we're doing, we are human beings. We're human beings and we've all got inside of us a heart. We've got a passion. Oh, you made me cry, Teresa. We've got a heart and we've got a passion. And that passion is to connect with people, to feel connected with other people. If you think about community life and village life, they're more connected. You think about city life, they're disconnected. If you think about the fact of the mobile phones and technology and Facebook and even what we're doing now, even this is disconnected. It's connected, but it's disconnected. Connecting is now making a post, introducing yourself like Bernie's just done, and then, you know, connecting with someone after the call and saying, hi, let's have a chat. Tell me about who you are. We learn more about ourselves by talking to other people and about their lives, their emotions and how they manage and deal with those emotions and express themselves. We then can bring that back into our businesses and we can apply a greater level of self in our business. And listen, again, I've been reading this amazing book by Kevin Murray, People with Purpose. I've been looking up about purpose and what's happening in the world and how much we need to have more empathy within our businesses. We need to share our vision. We need to share our goals. We need to share who we are to attract people to us. When people trust you and you've got empathy and you can guide them in the right way, they accelerate in their mind, they accelerate in their hearts, and they accelerate in their internal personal energy, which will only help our businesses grow and help us grow as entrepreneurs. Vivek, happy Eid Mubarak, happy Eid to the Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Happy Eid, everybody. Happy Eid. Again, with, yeah, that's right. It's People with Purpose by Kevin Murray. Vivek, great book. I've been reading it. It's really drawn me into it. So do introduce yourself in the post. Do, you know, connect up. Do reach out to someone that you've never met before. The world's a small place. And I know that this business 29 deal between the UK and the US, that I love Americans. Americans love Brits. I love Indians. And I love all nationalities of the world. And I've loved all nationalities of the world since I was a young boy. When I was a young boy, my dad, working in the markets of London, used to take me to all the wholesalers, to the Turkish wholesalers, my Sikh brothers, Greek families, Indian, all nationalities, Jewish. There's a little boy used to sit there. I'd have Turkish coffee. I'd have Greek halloumi. I'd have spicy Indian tea in the Indian factories. And I experienced all the flavors of the world at such a young age that it made me realize that we're all amazing people. We just sometimes have got different values and we're congruent with our own values. But that doesn't mean to say you can't appreciate somebody else's values. I'll always look at something else. I'll always taste something else. I'm not one of these guys that looks at something like a plate of food, like, oh my God, that looks disgusting. I say, it might look disgusting, but how does it taste? How does it taste? And I think the same way about business owners around the world. How do you taste? Because how you look might not be how you taste. We judge what we see every day, and in life and in business. I was walking through the park a couple of weeks ago, and I come across this guy who's walking towards me. He looked scary, this man. He had this little dog. Tattoos all over his face and ear piercings coming out of everywhere. And as I walked towards him, he smiled at me. And I smiled back at him and I said, "Hey mate, how you doing?" He said, "Hey pal, how's your day going?" And do you know what? I stopped and chatted to this man about half an hour, and he owned a tattoo and body piercing shop. And he grew his business from his bedroom, and he ended up owning 6 shops. I met a guy at a petrol station the other night who was in the same truck as one of my friends, and I waved at him thinking it was my mate, and it wasn't. I started talking to this guy, and this guy, it turned out that he does something amazing. He has tyres, old tyres, and these tyres get bundled up into bales of 8 tons, and they go into this machine, and this machine extracts all the rubber from the tyres and turns it back into oil, and then refines it into petrol. And farmers are using it on farms. I didn't even know this existed. And he's shipping all the tyres out to China and India, funny enough. Tim Burt saying, me, written, recorded, produced over 30,000 commercials worldwide, from presidential campaigns to spaghetti sauce. So if you want to talk about advertising for your business, connect up with Tim Burt in Missouri, in the USA. You'll find him on LinkedIn. You'll find him on Facebook. So connect with each other. Introduce yourselves to each other. Make a call after this Facebook Live. That's pretty much it from me. But to conclude, what we got there, so Vixen, the world is just a small place, only a phone call away, actually, for sure. 100% true. So I'm going to say goodbye to you all now that's online. So Tim Burt from Missouri, thanks for joining in. Vivek Jurega from India, thank you for joining. Bernie Swan, lovely of you to connect with the Washington Speakers Bureau. I'd love to be speaking with you, buddy, that's for sure. Represented the last 5 prime ministers of Great Britain worldwide. What an amazing connection. Tune in, guys. Bernie Swain. Let's look him up on Facebook and see what he's about. A powerful guy. Can you imagine the stories that man has got to say about coaching the last 5 prime ministers? Oh my God, that's going to be an interesting call for sure. Bernie, thank you for joining and God bless you. Uma Sain, my dear friend from Essex, Happy Cabs. Teresa Deco, lovely lady, family lady, and nanny now, an amazing inspired manager of businesses. I'd work with Teresa any day and twice on a Sunday. And for Tim Burt, of course, Tim, we've already had a great mention for you, my brother, great man. Jodine Bergstrom, thank you. Teresa Deco, Derek Barber from Spain, Sean Maroody, my brother from another mother, founder of Teens of America and the Obesity Revolution. We've got some work to do, man. Dave Embody, founder of BU Heroes, and Mindy Hart, who works at a university actually in Missouri. Mindy, I'm not sure which one it is. Perhaps you might want to put a quick post in there before we go. But I've heard so many great things from you, from Tim, from Sean, and from Scott Reagan. Scott Reagan is not online at the moment, but he's the founder of EG Media. He's on holiday at the moment in the UK with his wife, Martine. I had the great pleasure to meet him in London. And author Sherry, let's not forget Sherry, Supreet Arora, a.k.a. Sherry, founder of Motivational Sparkles and author of Unleash Your Potential. Was it called Unleash Your Potential, your book, Supreet? Please do post it in the links. Martin Jones, I'm not quite sure who you are, buddy, but introduce yourself to this group that's online now and engage. Andy Cook, again, I don't know what you do, Andy, but introduce yourself and thank you for joining. Gary Hall, how you doing? Gary's a great guy. He's really motoring on and making a name for himself. Rita Mohan, thank you. Ruth Beanham, she joined as well. Ruth, introduce your business. Picture proud. You've got some amazing products. I have still got the toy box that I bought from you when my girls were 1 year old. They're now 12 and 13, and the box is as good as new. It's a better box than any box I could have bought out of Harrods. The quality is outrageous. Their names were put on the inside of the box in gold leaf. If you remember, they're still there. I love the product, and you gave me a memory of my children that's been captured in my brain forever. Visit pictureproud.co.uk for some amazing products and for some corporate gifts that will blow you away. If you're online and you've got lots of staff, go to pictureproud.co.uk and have a look at the corporate Christmas gifts. Your clients will never experience a gift like it. Forget bottles of champagne and Parker pens and Mont Blanc pens. Listen to this lady. Connect with Ruth Beanham. She will give you something that your employees and your suppliers will never forget. George Villa, thank you so much for joining. God bless you. I'm not quite sure what you do, George, but feel free to introduce yourself. Kenneth Tam, again, I don't know, Kenneth, what you do. I can see there. He says loop out or something on the screen. Tracy Barker, bless you for joining. Jodine Bergstrom, amazing lady, and Mick Bailey. The world is a smaller place than we think, ladies and gentlemen. And we prove that by all coming together on this Facebook Live, and we've shared from different countries around the world. Reach out. The world is yours. The world is yours to explore. There are amazing people out there that you can connect with that I promise you, as it's happened to me, will change your life. Also want to put a mention out to Marina Nani and Dari Nani, the founders of Radio Works Broadcasting in London, Radio Works World in London, also the publishers of my book, which is called Get Up, Shout Up and Shine Up, my first attempt at my first book. I've got another 6 books in the offing. We're all learning, we're all developing, we're all growing every single day. So the only question I'd like for you to consider right now, before we all say goodbye, is what are you going to do after this call? Hi, Danny Ivanov, for joining. What country are you from, Danny? Thanks for coming on. What are you going to do after this call? Are you just going to sit back and do nothing? Or are you going to do what I've been doing for the last 15, 20 years and connect with someone that you've never met before and say hi? You was just on a call with Bradley Chapman, and I saw that you was online. I just wanted to reach out and say hi. How you doing? No agenda, no business agenda apart from friendship and learning. And remember that when you connect with someone, you're not just connecting with them, you're potentially touching their heart. And some people, come into our lives, and they come into our lives and they're there forever, and they do very little to leave an imprint, while others can come into our lives for a moment and they can leave something in your heart forever. So this is Bradley Chapman. We've been talking about business twinning. Tim Burt saying that connecting with others on this call right now, that's what I'm doing. Tim Burt's already on it. He's maximizing his opportunity to connect. Gavin Hill has just joined. Hi, Gavin. How you doing? We've been talking about business twinning. And also, grab yourself a book. It's called People with Purpose by Kevin Murray. How great leaders use purpose to build thriving organizations. It's a great book. It will help you to help us. It's helped me to become a better individual. And something else that I think can really help you as well. Look up a guy called Dr. Dickin Bettinger. Look him up after the call. Dr. Dickin Bettinger. He's one of the teachers of something called the 3 principles. The 3 principles is about how we think. It's whether we let the outside control how we think on the inside, or whether we control our thoughts and emotions on the inside to determine what we do on the outside. Thank you all for joining. Teresa, love you, Brad. You're an amazing teacher and friend. You're going to get me crying again, Teresa. You're going to get me crying again, Teresa, but bless you. I love you too. Chris Hurley's just joined. Chris Hurley's father is my godfather. Chris Hurley and me, we grew up as young kids. He's in Essex currently. His mum and dad is Phil and Eddie, and we grew up next to each other as young babies with our parents next to each other. So that's really strange that Chris has just jumped on. Hi, Chris. How you doing, buddy? Love to the family. Love to mum and dad and Lisa and Amanda and all the grandkids now. Neil Ringham's just joined as well. So we've been talking about reaching out. We've been talking about twinning with businesses globally. We've been talking about making a comment in the box, introducing yourself and reaching out to people that's in this video. If you've just joined, you've got to go back and watch it again from the start. I think it's been quite a powerful connecting video. I felt really connected during this call, and I want to thank you all for coming online. But please do introduce yourself. The world's a really small place. We've got people on from the UK, from India, from different parts of America. We've got somebody on from Sweden. We've got somebody on from Canada. So the world is a small place. Don't be afraid to reach out. Broaden your horizons. Open your mind, and then go and connect with someone you've never met before and just introduce yourself. And as I said, I've just been on a call with Bradley Chapman. You was in the list. People will not know that you're on the call unless you make a comment. Say, hi, Brad. Hi, everybody. Don't be afraid to reach out. You'll never know who you're going to connect with on this call. It's only by engaging and saying, hi, my name's Chris Hurley. This is what I do. Hi, my name's Neil Ringham. This is what I do. Are you going to be able to connect with people? So don't be afraid. It will help you in your business. It will help in your life. It's helped me massively. So thank you for joining. I'm cutting off now for the weekend. It's 5 to 6. I really enjoyed this call, and I feel really enlightened and humbled and empowered at the same time. You know, you can't go back in life, can you, and say, I wish I had certain things when I was younger. But you know what? If I had Facebook Live and I could broadcast like this over the world without having to have a radio station, right, Tim? Then, oh my gosh, you know, the connectivity would have gone nuts. But we've got it now. And it's what we do now in this very moment with our lives that can change our lives. What I'm doing today, broadcasting live, and what you're doing today, sharing and listening with me, that's absolutely outrageously amazing. And I want to thank you all. Listen, God bless everybody. Have a great weekend. It's what you do from here. It's how open your mind is. Just look past what you first see. Look past what you first see. Because when you do look past what you first see, you're going to see something that you didn't think that you saw when you first started looking. Empower yourself, empower your life, empower your journey. The world's a small place. God bless everybody. Have a great day. Mwah. Love you all. Take care now. See you. Bye. Gonna cry. Emotional. Say hello to Mum and Dad, Chris. Love you lots, buddy. Speak to you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.